IBM is making a $1 billion investment in the Linux on Power platform. On November the 19th at IBM Hursley Innovation Centre in the UK, over 70 technical experts from ISVs, MSPs and partners of IBM attended a technical symposium which explained the capabilities and benefits of this technology. Keynote speaker on the day was IBM's Chief Engineer for Linux on Power, Jeff Scheel. Here are highlights of his talk.
I'm excited. My first visit to the UK to really start discussing Power Linux proper. 18 months ago or so, it was 5 clients and a partner in a small room. I was back about 2 months ago, maybe 30 people over at South Bank filled that room. Now we have this today. I've been on a 14-year journey with Power Linux. I was the first manager of the first team that created the 64-bit kernel, 64-bit libc and runtime that we now call Power Linux. Other than about 18 months working with Blue Gene, I've been around the program that whole time. So if there's anybody that's skeptical about where we're headed, what we've done, I get to be first in line. And I can tell you with utmost confidence and sincerity that this is real. The reason you're exciting to us is you can help us make a difference in this environment. You can help us know what people want in the UK and Ireland and here. And so that's as much as our strategy as the worldwide big names like SAP. You're important to us. You are the kind of people that are making a difference in China right now with our China team that really started this bow wave of Power Linux work inside of IBM. It's folks like you. It's you're finding an advantage out of Power Systems, working to get your application provided and taking it to market with us, with the distributors, to make you successful and to make us successful. And so that is so much a part of what we're doing. That's why when we started this, how excited I am. That's why I recognize and really value your being here today. Just so you know, I've got to tell you the story here. We recently did in China a head-to-head bake-off against an x86 big data solution. We ran IBM software and Power Linux against what they wanted on the Intel side, which was open source software on a competitive piece of hardware. The final solutions that were proposed, the x86 hardware had 6 servers at 12 cores each for a total of 72 cores. The Power system was simply my 7R1, which is a single socket system, at 8 cores. So we benchmarked 24 cores against 72. Right there is savings. And in that footprint, we could process 50% more records per second in loading the data. When you normalize that per core, we ended up roughly 6 times better performance per core. And their actual search was roughly a third the time. Less servers, less sockets, less software. That's a compelling story in big data. See the value to your business? Assuming you're using open source tooling to build your applications, and you're designing for platform portability, meaning you didn't put Intel assembler in your application. If you did, that's okay. We've got tools that will help you with that. We'll talk about that later. But assuming you design for platform independence, migrating is easy. IBM's a great technology company committed to open source. And the relationship with us around open source is a key one. And I think to the Linux Foundation studies where we talk about contributors to Linux, and of course there's Red Hat, and of course there's SUSE, and you have Intel, and then you have IBM, but all of the rest of our competition don't even get close to us. So for us, Linux is about making the technology better. And therefore, Robin, who would you want to partner with if you were looking for somebody to partner with to take a product to market? I would advocate it's folks that are committed to the technology of open source. And it's not the approach of here's a CD, here's a system, to use a sports analogy, slap them on the butt and send them into the game and wish them luck, right? It's about a joint journey where we're contributing to the technology and making it better. And that means when you have a problem, we can help you through it. And that's the part I love.